Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Waynesville High School for tonight's contest between the visiting Chiefs of Kickapoo High School and your Waynesville Tigers. Waynesville High School is a proud member of the Missouri State High School Activities Association. We remind all spectators that this game is competitive, but it is also an educational experience for all players and students. Let's continue to show respect and sportsmanship throughout the contest and refrain from negative cheers, chants, and behavior. We welcome our guests from Springfield and wish all players in this contest good luck. Now please rise and remove your hats as the Waynesville High School Band plays their national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Waynesville Tiger Basketball. Coming to you live tonight from Tiger Gymnasium on the campus of Waynesville High School. The Waynesville Tigers take on their Ozark Conference rival, the Kickapoo Chiefs from Springfield tonight. I'm Mike Rawlings. Along with me tonight is Matt Johnson. Matt, Kickapoo rolls in here with a formidable team tonight to take on our Tigers.
Absolutely, as you see the starting lineups being announced there for the Kickapoo Chiefs, and we'll get those to you as we move along here. But Coach Rawlings, this team's 19-3 on the season, rolling in ranked number 7 in the state right now in Class 5. Tigers going to have their hands full against one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah, this Kickapoo Chiefs team is something else. If you look at their record, those 3 losses, a loss against Nixa, which has one heck of a team. A loss was at Jonesboro, Arkansas, I believe.
Right. I believe that was
and then a loss against
down there.
Parkview, who the Tigers fell to earlier in the year. Parkview, we know another very formidable team, competed in the Bass Pro Tournament stuff. So this Kickapoo Chiefs team is going to really be a handful for Coach Chris Pills and the Tigers tonight.
Well, and as we talked about, Tigers had a little spell with the COVID this year, had to miss some games, kind of starting to get back into the rhythm, starting to play games.
Well, not just games, they missed practice. There was a lot of time away from the floor at all.
And so definitely going to have their hands full tonight against one of the best teams in the state. But
Tyreek Brooks getting ready to jump center here for the Tigers. Luther Stepancic, George Jackson, Nico Fowl, and Sean Vanella starting out the game for the Tigers tonight. Chiefs come out man-to-man half court here as the Tigers win the tip.
Tigers working around down here on the offensive end. Looking like they're going to give Nico a little room from the outside as that ball's tipped away, taken to the other end, up and off the glass, and that's number 3, Trey Edding.
Up and off. Is silent there, Matt, for the folks scoring at home.
A little pressure here applied by the Kickapoo Chiefs. Tigers swing it, get it across. Stepancic feeds down, swings out to Nico. Nico puts up the 3 just off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded underneath by Kickapoo, and here come the Chiefs once more to the other end. Pass inside, kept alive, but going to be out of bounds off the Kickapoo Chiefs.
Matt, I noticed the first trip down in that half-court man, they played off Nico. Nico's going to take some of those threes if you play off of him, let him square up. Coach Pill's going to give him the green light most of the night, I would say.
Pass tipped and taken away. Back down to the other room we come. Edding swings it across, puts it into the corner. Zaid Lowry up and no good. Rebound, and looks like we're going to get a quick timeout here by Coach Chris Pills and the Waynesville Tigers.
Brooks with that rebound. And Coach Pills he's going to take a quick 30 here. There's something he's seen. He wants to, definitely wants to talk over here. Got a feeling, Matt, Coach Pills is going to want to work the ball a little bit more. Shorten this game as short as he possibly can. On offense, keep that ball 20, 30 seconds before you're taking that shot.
Well, absolutely. Kickapoo definitely looks like a team that wants to run. They're going to be happy. You want to play track meet here tonight. That's their game. And I think Coach Phil is trying to remind the Tigers that is not our game here tonight.
It's not our game for basketball. Now I will tell you this. I'll go track meet against Kickapoo here in a few
weeks. Weeks. We had our meeting today, getting the kids signed up. It's hard to believe, Coach Rollins, we're 2 weeks from spring sports.
That's very hard to believe. But it's a beautiful sunny day out there today.
Little drive inside off the glass, no good. Gonna be foul.
Another beautiful day tomorrow before we're under a first alert weather day, according to our colleague in the weather booth, Brandon Beck.
All right, it's going to send Braden Shorter to the line to shoot for the Kickapoo Chiefs. Foul's going to be called on number 45, Nico Foul. Going to be his first, team first.
Matt, I want to send a big thank you out to former Waynesville coach Craig Blair. He's joining us tonight on the TTSN Sports Network. Craig, thanks for the nice words.
Absolutely.
Trying to butter us up here if we're going to talk Fan of the Year.
Fan of the Year. Craig trying to get his name in that hat. Sure, Craig, Libby, the kids, everybody's down there tuned in watching tonight down in Lebanon.
Ball stolen away, stolen back.
Almost loses the handle on it again. Kickapoo kicks it back down underneath. Lowry's going to go up. He's going to get fouled, and they're going to count the bucket. So just like that, the Kickapoo Chiefs jump out to a quick 6-0 lead.
We want to thank welcome all our viewers out there on the TTSN Sports Network tonight. Let us know where you're watching from, just like Evelyn Foster did. Watched us from down in Springfield. From all over this great country or all over the planet Earth, wherever you're watching from, let us know if you're out there enjoying a little bit of Tiger and Kickapoo Chief basketball tonight.
Would love to get some more pins in the map. I was informed that the TTSN Sports map has more pins in it this season than it has ever had in it, according to Mr. Wallace, to the point that the map is separating, Coach Rollins. We've got so many pins in the map.
Well, we're going to look and see if maybe next year we can get that in the TigerTV budget. Maybe we can get some new, magnetic, where we can use magnets.
All right, Tigers working it around just a little more patiently down here on the offensive end. Brooks looks to split the guards, pulls it back outside. Pass inside, foul. Foul goes hard off the glass.
Nico takes it to the hole. Nice job there by Nico Foul.
Puts the Tigers on the board and trims the Kickapoo Chiefs lead to 5.
Jaden Cruz in for the Tigers. Bishop Godwin in for the Tigers.
And we're going to get a foul on the floor here, hoping that they're not going to get Nico for.
Yeah, they're going to get Nico, and that's going to be his second.
Shot goes up from the outside, no good. Ball loose, picked up by Kickapoo. Lowry once more slashes, and he's going to be fouled as he goes up.
That's going to be Cruz this time on that foul.
And that's going to, if they get Cruz there, that's going to be the second on him as well. 4th team foul for the Tigers, and that's going to send Lowry to the line to shoot 2.
Looks like Luther Sapanzik is going to check back in.
Lowry up and no good with the first one. As you said, Luther checks back into the game for the Waynesville Tigers, takes the spot down there below the block. Lowry off the back of the iron with the second one. Tipped out, rebound comes to Kickapoo. Back into the corner, we've got a whistle. I did not see a signal.
I didn't see a signal. It was either traveling or stepping on the out-of-bounds line. Not sure which one.
Either way, it's going to be a turnover back to the Tigers, who trail by 5 here with just over 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Villania into the game for Waynesville. Kicks it across. Villania back. Now they've got trap coming. Reach in. Wow, no call right there. Kickapoo takes it away. Up and off the glass for two is going to be Braden Shorter.
Now that signals illegal man down the field, but I don't think that's what was called. I think it's just the Tigers are going to get the ball.
I think they actually got a jump ball called there. It stays with the Tigers. Next possession will go back to the Chiefs. Sapanzik feeds over to Villania. Villania to Nico. Long pass across. And now Tyreek
the Tigers
Brooks.
can kind of get things set up here.
Tyreek Brooks going to reset right here. As you said, kind of settle the offense, get back into the flow of things. Kickapoo definitely keeping a close watch on Tyreek Brooks, Coach Rawlings, as you look down there.
By Jackson, that's going to be
Tyreek's not getting much space outside at all. Long three goes up for Shorter, no good off the rim, rebounded underneath by Villania. Gets back to Brooks, and he's going to bring it across. Tigers working it around. Foul with the ball outside. He's going to put up the three. No good off the back of the rim. Rebounded underneath. That's going to be Etney. Brings it down to the other end. Kicks it Shorter. Shorter pushes it across.
Three's long. Rebound underneath by Shorter. He's going to be fouled. That's going to be the third on Nico foul.
That's tough right now. That we've called all season long how big of a role that Nico Fowl has played inside for the Tigers this year, getting better and more dominant, more aggressive, more confident every game we've seen him play. For him to pick up third
Shorter
foul
up,
here
good with
in
the
the first
one.
quarter is really going to hurt the Tigers. So Shorter at the line, he does convert on the second one. Pushes the lead right now with just over 3:15 left to play here in the first quarter. Kickapoo on top, 11-2 right now. Sapanzik feeds down to Villania. Brooks from way outside, no good. Villania gets in, gets a hand on it, but it's corralled by Kickapoo, and down to the other end they come.
Ooh, a little shuffle of the feet inside, no call. Brooks with the board.
Brooks quickly down to the other end, gives to Jackson from outside for three, no good. And that's going to be out of bounds off of Shorter, so that ball's going to stay with the Waynesville Tigers. And we're going to get a substitution here for the Kickapoo Chiefs. Number 2, as you said, Matthew Jones checking into the game.
Brooks drops it down to Nico.
Jackson swings to Brooks. Brooks, wow.
Got his pocket picked. Oh, and they're going to call an offensive foul, a Nico foul. And that's going to be his fourth, Matt.
Offensive foul, Nico foul, his fourth, 16 foul.
And we're going to have a substitution here for the Waynesville Tigers. As number 3, Bishop Godwin's going to have to check into the game here with Nico sitting with 4 fouls. So the foul and turnover goes to the Kickapoo Chiefs, and back down to the other end they come. Feed the ball inside. That's going to be Lowry. Hard up off the glass, no good. Rebound comes to Brooks. Brooks all the way down to the other end, off the glass, no good. Rebound to Kickapoo. And tried a little alley-oop for Shorter there. Shorter not able to get it up. And just like that, the Waynesville Tigers back down at the other end. A lot of contact out front.
Yeah, I was going to say that you're going to have to call that, or it's going to get violent before this is all said and done.
That one's going to be called on number 2, Matthew Jones. It's going to be his first second-team foul on Kickapoo. And Shorter's going to take a seat over there on the bench. Godwin feeds across to Jackson. Jackson now to Brooks on the far side. Brooks looking for some space inside, not there, kicks outside. Sapanzik for 3. Going to be a little short on that one, out of bounds, so turnover's going to move over to the Kickapoo Chiefs.
Tigers right now struggling to get anything going down here on the offensive end. I'm going to guess if you
pass inside.
Coach Pills Kickapoo would have 13 at this point. He'd probably be pretty happy with the defense.
Absolutely. As Denning slices in, gets one off the glass right there. Push the Kickapoo lead to 11 as we're just about 1:15 left to play here in the first quarter. Tigers working around on the offensive end. Brooks puts it up from the outside for 3. And that's about as much space as I've seen tonight that they've allowed Brooks, and Brooks makes them pay for it.
Well, and on top of that, Brooks was a good 3-4 feet behind that line, too, when he took that 3.
Passed across. Kickapoo. Ball loose on the floor. Taken away. Villania puts it up. Brooks down to the other end. Brooks once more for 3.
With the 3. And Tyreek Brooks closes the gap to 5 real quickly.
Second 3 in about 15 seconds for Tyreek Brooks. Trims this lead here as we get to the end of the first quarter.
Matthew Jones with the long 3.
Tigers getting it across. 15 seconds here. Expect the Tigers to play for a last shot. Godwin back to Brooks. Brooks swings it across. Jackson for 3 in the corner. No good, just a little long. Rebounded by Denning. Kickapoo going to shove one up and going to be a little long, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Waynesville Tigers on top. I'm sorry, Kickapoo Chiefs on top, 16-8.
You know what that means it's time for, Matt?
Would it be a TTSN Sports Update?
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update is brought to you by the TigerTV Facebook page. TigerTV Facebook. For all the news, it is news. Right here in Tigertown. Matt, do you know who likes TigerTV Facebook page? It's got plenty of time right now to watch us right here on the TTSN Sports Network. I've got a feeling he's tuned in for this first quarter of action.
Wow. I had a guess, but now that you laid the hint out there, I don't know.
Matt, Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp likes the old Tiger TV Facebook page. Cooper sent a message in earlier tonight, said he'd be joining us here on the TTSN network for a little Tiger basketball. We want to send congratulations out to Cooper on being Super Bowl MVP.
Did you know what's better?
That wasn't Cooper in the background there, folks. We're trying to get Cooper here live. right here to talk to us before this is all said and done. Matt, for our sports update here, I want to talk about something here coming up Thursday night, a special game the Tigers have put on the schedule. Tigers will be making that trip just a little ways down 44 as the Tigers will be taking on Frisco League opponent, the Stoutland Tigers, Thursday night. We're going to travel to Stoutland for that game.
Okay.
Something that came in a little bit later on the schedule. Some of the folks at home may not have known that.
Well, and just trying to cover and make up for some of those games that we talked about.
That's exactly right.
Losing games during COVID, you got to pick up a game anywhere you can find one right now.
Tigers will be traveling to Hillcrest on Friday night.
And we'll be right back here with the girls Friday night.
It's a makeup game not from the COVID, but from the inclement weather, weather permitting, Friday night we'll be right back here.
Well, and court warming going to be that night. We got a lot of festivities down here as the
weather permitting.
The Lady Yellow Jackets from Lebanon be making that short trip down the road. All right, pass at the other end, taken away by Shorter, and back come the Kickapoo Chiefs in a hurry. Shorter puts up the 3 ball just a little bit long. Rebounded by the Chiefs, kicked back underneath. Lowry going to push it across and find
Coach. Timeout. Coach Pill's going to want a timeout as Kickapoo puts 4 quick points there on the board.
I'm sorry, that's Harrison Denning with that last bucket for the
30-second. And Matt, as we're talking about scheduling here, and we're going to talk about this throughout the night because we've a lot of changes. Adding the Stoutland game in on Thursday night. The girls' Lebanon game is here on Friday night, but the girls' game against Hillcrest that was originally scheduled at Hillcrest on Thursday night has been moved to tomorrow night in preparation of all of the inclement weather that we could possibly get.
Now, Coach,
on Thursday.
You seem to be emphasizing this inclement weather, but when I watched the news, it seemed like it was more of a slight chance.
Well, the girls' game has been moved because of the weather.
Okay.
So someone somewhere knows something about this weather. And
well, I'm sure of that. I believe that what you said is factually correct.
Well, Matt, one of our good friends and colleagues in the coaching world, head baseball coach Tyler Shalbert. Little known fact about Coach Shalbert is he had a minor in meteorology when he was in college. He's the one that told me that we could be looking at if everything falls right up to 9 inches of snow on Thursday.
All right.
So that come directly from junior meteorologist Tyler Shalbert.
All right. Foul call on the floor there is going to be on number 5 of Kickapoo. Carson Noel going to be his first, team third. Villania to inbound the ball here for the Tigers. Sapanzik looks, kicks it back out top. Tyreek Brooks. Patiently working it, kicks it over to Bishop Godwin. Godwin looking for Villania. It's going to be off the hands of Shorter right there out of bounds, so that ball will stay with the Waynesville Tigers. Villania to inbound once more. It's going to go backcourt here to Tyreek Brooks. Gives to Jackson. Jackson gives to Godwin. Godwin, as Brooks calls for the ball, puts up a 3. Little quick that time, just off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes to Kickapoo. Etney at the other end looking for some space. Brooks gets a hand on the ball. Matthew Jones now a little pressure. Back out to Etney. Etney slices to the rim.
Nice job by the Tigers on defense. Rebound, Luther Sapanzik.
Kicks out to Jackson. Jackson puts up the 3, won't go. Lowry rebounds for Kickapoo and quickly moving to the other end.
He loses the handle. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
That was just an unfortunate bounce.
Bounce
the ball.
to Carson Noel right there. Just happens to be in the right place. So Kickapoo's going to pick up 2 right there, currently leading 22-8. Just a little over 5:15 left to play here in the first half. Villania puts up the 3, no good. Tipped and rebounded by Noel underneath, kicks over to Etney, and Etney quickly down to the other end for the Kickapoo Chiefs. Back to Noel. Etney now, 3-point attempt, won't go. Rebounded.
That hit the wire up there. That ball should have been dead, but that's okay.
Luther Sapanzik comes out with it to the other end.
Bishop Godwin attacks the rim. I love that. Loses his shoe while he attacks it.
And Kickapoo maybe moving a little quick right there, was looking for Shorter coming inside and just kind of throws the ball out of bounds right there. We're going to get some subs into the game here for the Kickapoo Chiefs. It's going to be number 2, Matthew Jones, and then
Eli Griffin checks in for the Tigers.
Number 10, Landon Kiesler into the game for the Kickapoo Chiefs. And then, as you mentioned, Griffin for Waynesville. Griffin pushes it across. Luther Sapanzik gets it to Jackson. Jackson back into the corner. Sapanzik for three.
He drains that three from the corner.
Cuts the Kickapoo lead to 11. Etney slicing to the basket off the glass right there.
Yep, somebody on that backside's got to step over, put a body on him.
Swing it, Villania for three. Not there. Rebounded underneath by Jones and quickly to the other end.
Oh,
Ball
almost a steal by Brooks. He got a
taken away
hand on
right
it.
there.
Heading
Etney for
again from
three
that
in the corner. Eddie, nice job setting that corner right there. They kick the pass over and hits that in the flow. Those are hard to defend.
We're going to get a foul underneath. Vanilla was trying to pass it out to Luther Sapanzik. They're going to say he got his arm hit.
I think they're going to get Matthew Jones. They are number 2. Matthew Jones, that's going to be his second foul, 4th team foul for the Kickapoo Chiefs.
Nico foul checks back in for the Tigers. Remember, Nico 4 fouls here.
Griffin swings over to Brooks. Brooks back to foul. Nico back to Griffin on the near side. Gives to Sapanzik. Sapanzik gets a good look at a three. No good. Rebounded underneath. Nico, woo. Slicing to the other end. Up and off the glass for two is going to be number 10, Landon Kiesler. Back to the offensive end comes the Waynesville Tigers. Griffin
for three.
Hey,
oh, wow, nice tip in there by Nico Fowl. We're going to have a full timeout by Coach Chris Pills here. I think Coach Pills wants to slow things down again. So he's going to use that his third timeout here in the first half. Matt, while we're up, we were talking about scheduling. A lot of stuff going on here.
Well, and that's what I was going to bring up. We got to check in here. The captain of the ship.
Oh yeah, the captain of the ship.
Captain of the ship reminding us to pass along to the folks that girls wrestling leaves for state tomorrow. Coach
That's
Rollins.
Right. And I've got this. This came in officially from Misha too. They have sent out word to all the schools to get there, prepared to get there because. As much of inclement weather as we're talking about here, Columbia is actually in a 5 to 8 inch snow range because of their location to the north of the greater Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood Metroplex.
We're glad you know your 4 cardinal directions here,
but
Coach
it did
Rollins.
come down from Misha. State wrestling will go on no matter what. So if you didn't get there, you're out of luck.
Hurricane?
It doesn't matter. If you didn't get there, you're not in Columbia, you can't get to Mizzou Arena, you're out of luck. So we're headed up there, or the girls are headed up there tomorrow. They're going to get themselves prepared. They're going to get hunkered down there in Columbia and prepare for the inclement weather that Columbia is. It appears to be a direct hit on the central of Missouri up there. But we're going to be there. Could be one of them situations nobody else makes it.
And we're going to get a whistle and a foul called here on the Tigers. Believe they're going to get number 1, Eli Griffin, and they are going to be his first 7th team foul. So the Kickapoo Chiefs will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here to the first half. Puts number 5, Carson Noel, at the line. He's up and no good on the front end of a 1-and-1. Nico Fowl tips it over, and Tyreek Brooks with the rebound. Back to the offensive end come the Waynesville Tigers. Griffin kicks up top to Brooks. Brooks into the middle. Foul swings quickly into the corner. Jackson. Back to Foul. Gives to Sapanzik. Back to Jackson.
And again, Tigers taking the air out of the ball right here.
Well, and that's kind of what we talked about early. Take your time, get the better shot off, as Luther has a real good look at a three right there just off the front of the rim, won't fall. Pass down to the other end. Tyreek gets up and knocks that one out of bounds, so the ball will stay with the Chiefs. And Sean Villanea chickened back into the game for the Waynesville Tigers. Swing into the corner and up and good for three. That's going to be number 15, Harrison Denning. 3 more in his column as it brings us to just about a minute and a half to play in the first half. Eli Griffin kicks it forward. Nico back to Griffin. Nico kicks up top. Tyreek Brooks. As you said, take a little air out of the ball here on the offensive end. Tyreek a little cut, hands off to Jackson. Back in the far side, quick pass to Villanea. Tigers swinging the ball quickly here, trying to find an open look.
Down to 40 seconds.
Jackson puts up a long three off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Kickapoo. Down to the other end, a little putting it up in the air for Lowry there. Lowry not able to get a hold of it, and now Brooks down to the other end for Waynesville.
He's going to be
and
fouled.
Count the basket. Coach, a friend of mine from college looking in with us tonight. Want to send happy birthday out to Miss Christy Barnes checking in with us tonight.
Matt, you got to love when people spend their birthday with us here at the TTSN Sports Network.
What better place to spend your birthday, Coach Rawlings, than right here on the TTSN Sports Network?
Do you know who loves birthdays?
Tim Wallace.
Tim Wallace loves birthdays. Brooks with the long three.
Long heave, won't go.
That's going to bring us to the end of the first half with the Kickapoo Chiefs up on the Waynesville Tigers, 34-15. Matt, again, Rhythm Nation has arrived under the direction of Coach Leanne Moore. And folks, before we go to Rhythm Nation, I want to remind you, we cannot have music going with Rhythm Nation here because of copyright laws. We don't want to be kicked off the air. So we apologize, but we're going to follow the rules because that's what we do here at the TTSN Sports Network. And we'll be back in 9 minutes and 40 seconds for second half action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Waynesville High School on the campus of Waynesville High School, Waynesville Gymnasium on the campus of Waynesville High School. Second half action here. The Kickapoo Chiefs up on the Waynesville Tigers 34-15. Matt, Tigers, not a real bad half. They just had their 2 or 3 runs in there that Coach Pills had to slow things back down.
Well, in a big part of that, I think you got to think about the 4 fouls on Nico Fowl there in that first quarter changes the dynamic of that second quarter so much.
And it does. And the Tigers struggling a little bit to put points on the board.
Down to the other end, Edding isn't able to get it to go, but
No,
Lowry follows
man, I
with a
hate to say
jam.
that. Edding put that off the board for him to put it home.
Ball tipped away and taken. Lowry,
Oh.
kind of a wild shot right there, but puts it up, and they're going to call
Well,
Luther Sapanzik, I believe.
That referee's trailing that play. Not saying there wasn't some contact there, but he bailed him out right there and gave Tyreek Brooks a foul. Not necessarily the call that you want to see made at this time.
All right, Lowry's up and good with the second.
Matt, we had a quick join in. We want to send a quick congratulations out to our most recently married friend, Eric Christek, out on his honeymoon tonight, joining us right here on the TTSN Sports Network. We want to send big congratulations out to the couple. They were off for a little short honeymoon. They're going to be back. Eric they're going to get back, I believe, tomorrow night. Hopefully they get in before all the weather comes in.
Oh, my goodness.
That's one of the things that we definitely want to, Eric needs to be alert. Caitlin needs to be watching that. She needs to be on the radar while Eric's driving back in and making sure that they don't get caught in some kind of storm.
Well, Coach Rawlings, it's stuff like that makes you feel old, because I remember when Eric was in my 7th grade class and played basketball for you and I remember when Caitlin was in my 8th grade class. So the fact that they're old enough to be married, and it seems a little crazy in my world.
Well, Eric makes me feel old every year with basketball now, from going and playing with us at 7th grade to now helping us coach down there.
All right, so the Tigers back to the offensive end. Tyreek Brooks feeds over to Sapanzik. Sapanzik swings up top to Jackson. Back to Brooks, looking inside. Villanea from outside.
He drains that one from the baseline.
Trims the Kickapoo lead back to 16. Kickapoo puts up a 3 of their own off the back of the glass, no good. Rebounded underneath by Sapanzik, gives to Brooks, and here come the Tigers. Brooks all the way down, up and off the glass with the left hand. Lowry, nice little move to get that one. Ball loose underneath, picked up by Nico Fowl. Coach Pills calling out the play from the sideline there.
Wanted to back things out a little bit.
Villanea gives to Jackson, back into the corner to Villanea. Shorter, a lot of pressure underneath, and yep, they're going to get a call right there.
Nice job there by Sean. They kept pulling that pressure out. Sean puts it on the ground, picks up that foul. If we're going to get a line change here for Kickapoo. Five new Chiefs out there on the court.
Coach, I did not get all of those numbers. We'll get them as we call them out. Nico Fowl for 3 from the outside. Off the rim, no good. Ball still loose.
Oh, nice hustle there by Luther.
Luther gets over there everything he can to keep that ball alive. Gets it back in, and down to the other end we come as Landon Kiesler goes up over the front of the rim for 2.
Brooks for 3. Off the front
No
of the rim.
good. Rebounded underneath by the Chiefs. Looks like Kiesler. Brooks.
Oh, Brooks
picks
the
his
steal.
pocket.
Oh, he's going to get
gonna
fouled.
get
The ball won't
fouled.
fall, but he does get fouled there.
Going to be number 10, Landon Kiesler, on the foul call there, I believe. We will see shortly. It is his first. It is second team foul on the Kickapoo Chiefs here in the second half. As that stops the clock at 4:27 left to play here in the third. And that'll put Brooks at the line to shoot 2. Brooks is up and good with the first. And hits the second.
Too. And I think we had a false substitution there. I think they thought Coach Pills was going to sub right there.
The Tigers pick up a little pressure here on the defensive end. Pushing ahead, Noel swings it across court for the Chiefs. Back to Kiesler. Kiesler kicks off into the corner. Kickapoo working the ball around the outside right now, trying to find some room inside. Short shot is short inside, rebounded by Sapanzik, and here comes the Waynesville Tigers.
And we're going to get a foul out front.
I believe they're going to get Kiesler again.
It's going to be Kiesler, yes.
That's going to be second on Kiesler here in just the last minute or so. Third team foul on Kickapoo. Chiefs holding on to a 14-point edge right now. 3:45 left to play in the third. Brooks, nice little slash
little
through.
move there by
Left
Tyree.
hand off the glass for 2 more. Brooks
Steal
with
there
the
by
steal.
Tyree. And he's going to be fouled.
And
That's
they're going to
be
get Kiesler
again.
again. That's going to be 3 on Kiesler in about the last minute and a half.
Man, I think Kiesler picking up guarding Tyreek Brooks man-to-man, his world's going a lot faster than what he's used to it going.
And, Coach, we're going to have the hockey shift coming right back in on the
I think it's
Kickapoo
just
side.
4 this time, though. We're going to leave the goalie.
Coach Pills is unhappy about something. All right, so Waynesville retains possession. Brooks backs it out a little bit.
Coach just trying to slow things down here. Whoa, that ball was tipped and passed back to Brooks. And he's going to be fouled going in for the layup. Wow.
I believe they're going to get Zaid Lowry. That's going to be his second, going to be 5th team foul.
I can't wait to see that back on tape because Brooks loses the handle and it pops right back to him. And the amazing part, he's able to catch the ball again
And go
just
right.
like it's a pass and go right back up.
And Brooks is up and good with the first.
Cruz checking in for Nico foul. Nico going to get a little rest and maximize those minutes here with 4 fouls.
Well, and Coach, don't look now, but the Waynesville Tigers have made this a 10-point game. Slicing to the other end right there, a little give and go. Edding comes in off the glass for a pretty easy 2 right there. Little double team trap out top, tipped up shorter. Tries to lay it off the glass right there for Lowry. No good.
Oh, and Brooks, they picked Tyreek's pocket.
Lowry gonna lay that one down. Coach, you know, we talked about it's coming up, but to see who's checking in right now, cheering on the Waynesville Tigers is reigning TTSN Sports Fan of the Year, Victoria Hooker.
And I would have guessed she was out on the golf course today. Beautiful day here in Waynesville.
Lowry for three, deep three right there. Pushes the Kickapoo lead back to 15 as we're under a minute and a half to play here in the third.
Where were you at playing today, Victoria? She'll answer that. Whoa.
We got a whistle and a stop down here. Foul's going to be called on Shorter right there.
That's going to be on Braden Shorter there.
It's going to be his second, sixth team foul on Kickapoo. So next one will put the Tigers in the bonus from here on out.
Brooks takes it all the way to the hole. New Bloomfield. That's a course I've never played, Matt.
Lowry
with the offensive
rebounds.
board.
Turns around, back off the glass for two. All right, we're under a minute to play here in the third. Spanzik gives back to Brooks. Brooks quickly double teamed at the other end. Kicks it across the floor. Griffin now is going to pull it out. Gives back to Luther. Swing to Brooks. Brooks a deep three.
And he drains it.
Woo!
Deep three, but Tyreek able to spot up from right there.
Oh, a little letdown on the defensive end right there. Is able to sneak it inside, find Harrison Denning.
Whoa, that ball was stolen and stolen back. Brooks is going to be fouled. It's going to be Denning.
So it's going to be two on Harrison Denning.
Should have known Mike Klutz has played that course. He jumps right in and says that's a nice course. I'm going to believe Coach Klutz. He's a believable man.
Well, I've never known Coach Klutz to lie. Are you insinuating something?
Well, yeah, he's a believable man.
Okay.
Why would you take that the other way? I didn't say he's an unbelievable.
Victoria's saying she got in almost 36 holes today.
There you go.
And Brooks is good with the second.
Coach Klutz, we may have to make a trip up there and try that course before the summer's over.
And we're going to get a quick foul here on Eli Griffin. It's going to be his second, second team foul on Waynesville.
Eating's going to, Eating's going to get fouled by Luther Sapancic.
And we're going to get a sub as number 33, Sean Villanea, checking back into the game for the Waynesville Tigers. Three ball at the buzzer, and it will go.
Well, that brings us here to the end of the third quarter, Matt. 53-38 in favor of the Kickapoo Chiefs. Matt, you know what it means it's time for?
TTSN Sports Update.
It's time for a TTSN Sports Update. This TTSN Sports Update is brought to you by the TigerTV Facebook page. TigerTV Facebook. For all the news, it is news right here in Tigertown. Matt, do you know who likes TigerTV Facebook page?
I'm going to go with a group. Never mind.
It is a group, but it's only two. Two a group, two's a pair, or a couple. Not a couple, but it's a pair.
Oh. Bonnie and Clyde.
Boy, that's darn close. It's actually Coach Brown and Coach Miller, our head girls wrestling coaches, who are going to be taking our
that's a great
girls
pair.
up to state. They're leaving tomorrow before the inclement weather hits so they can be in Columbia. Folks, if you can make it up there to support the Lady Tigers, that would absolutely be awesome. Matt, I want to get real quickly here, I've got to find it. I should have found it before we got to all this. And I did not. We're going to get the names of our ladies that are going up as we're going on here in the fourth quarter. But again, real quickly, due to the weather and everything that's possibly coming in, it's a direct strike on Columbia. They got to be up there, but it will go on no matter what the weather is. As they go, it will happen this weekend no matter what, even a hurricane, as you said earlier.
All right, so back to action we go here in the fourth. Kickapoo Chiefs on the offensive end. Shorter puts up the shot off the glass, and that'll fall for two, pushes the lead to 17. Long pass right there. Somehow Jackson able to corral that one into the corner. Villanea puts up the three, no good. Tipped around, tipped right to Tyreek Brooks, and he's going to bring it back the other direction for the Waynesville Tigers. Spanzik gives to Cruz, back up top to Brooks to reset the offense. Luther looked inside momentarily, gives back across to Brooks. Brooks now puts up the three, rattles no good. Ball loose inside, and it looks like we're going to get a foul here. So I think they just got tangled up.
Yeah, they're going to call Luther with that foul.
Going to be second foul on Luther, fourth for the Tigers here in the second half. Three ball goes up from the corner, and that's going to fall for number 5, Carson Noel. Brooks gets it across half court, gives to Cruz. Bounce across Luther, trying to get it over there into the corner to Villanea, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds off the hands of the Chiefs. I believe that was Noel right there, number 5.
Nico foul, checks back in for the Tigers.
Jackson puts the three up and drains it.
They're going to say Tyreek kicked the ball right there.
So the ball will stay with the Chiefs. Noel puts up the two, won't go, tipped around inside. Kickapoo able to hold on to it. Kiesler now puts up the three, and it rattles around and falls through. Tyreek Brooks all the way down to the other end. Doesn't go, but
we're getting a timeout from Coach Pills. We've got a couple newsworthy items, Matt, coming in right now. First of all, let's start with, we go back here, our 4 lady wrestlers who are going to go wrestle. We've got
Xochitl Medrano,
Marissa Gonzalez,
Yisrael Perez,
and Amara Sane.
I believe that is how.
They're the 4 ladies who have qualified for state. We wanted to definitely recognize them as we were going on. I apologize. I thought I had that information available when we were talking about it just a second ago. That's my mistake right there, Matt. Also, just in off the TTSN Sports ticker, we'll let everybody know that the Skills USA District competition that was scheduled for Friday in Lebanon has been postponed until Monday due to the impossible inclement weather.
The impossible?
The possible.
Oh.
Not impossible. Possible. Right now, the people in Lebanon are saying that they are a direct target hit for this inclement weather. They're not taking any chances. They're going to move that till Monday. So, folks, if you were planning on going up there Friday, it's been pushed off till Monday. All kinds of changes in the schedule, all kinds of things going on, Matt. I hope everyone at home has had a pencil and paper, can keep all this straight.
Right. And, Coach, as we move along here, another check-in right here, another former TTSN Sports Fan of the Year, Trevon Dorsey. Greeting us from New Mexico down there tonight. Want to always welcome Trevon.
They're going to say that ball was out of bounds on Kickapoo. It's going to stay with Waynesville.
And, Coach, just to let the folks at home know, we will be announcing our 3 finalists on Friday night.
Yes.
And 1 week from
bounce to
Thursday.
Jackson for a quick 2.
1 week from Thursday, 9 short days away, we crown a new TTSN Sports Fan of the Year.
Yes, we do, folks. Once again, get your nominations in. You can bring them by the WCC, bring them by the Career Center. They will.
Drop box out front. You're not going to miss.
Understand the amount of people we're talking about here dropping by the Career Center. Please do not expect to see Tim Wallace. They're not going to allow you that access. Bring them to the front counter. They will get them to Tim. After the fiasco last year when we had so many people trying to make their way up to the TTSN or the TigerTV studios over at WCC, we're going to take nominations to the counter. Please put them in a envelope, seal them, mark Fan of the Year nominations, TTSN, Tim Wallace. All that information needs to be on those envelopes. They will get to him. And, yes, Friday night we'll get you the 3 nominees.
I know they've been tabulating over there all week with the immense number of nominations that are already in, and many still to count.
Well, and I've also just been told this whole nominating, turning in the ballots, turning in your suggestions, it's under the direction of Officer Madrano. That's who you're going to want to see. Do not go directly to Officer Madrano with those envelopes.
Okay.
Okay. Also, if you see him anywhere throughout the greater Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood Metroplex, you can give those to him at any point.
Well, and my guess is, I'm guessing that Officer Madrano probably going to be up at Columbia the next couple of days watching his daughter Shochi wrestle.
If you want to take them up there and give them to him in Columbia, please be careful with the inclement weather coming in. We don't want you traveling like that.
All right, so 4:13 left to play here in the game. Kickapoo holding on to a 21-point edge right there. Free throw won't fall. And we're going to get a foul over there on the far sideline. Coach, I'm not sure if they're going to get Noel or Lowry. They are going to get Noel. Carson Noel, number 5, is going to pick up his 8th team foul, so the Tigers will be shooting free throws.
Luther Sapanzik checks back in for the Tigers.
Tyreek Brooks set at the line for the Tigers to shoot the free throws. This will be the front end of a 1-and-1 here. Brooks up, no good, rattles around, pulled down by Lowry of Kickapoo, and back come the Chiefs to the other end. Shorter into the corner, back up top to Edding. Edding drives in, gives off to Noel. Kickapoo Chiefs now working it around. Lowry fires down into the corner, right back to Lowry. He takes the 3 and drains it. Villanea puts up the 3 at the other end, and that's good. Jones loses the handle on it, corralled by Noel. Gets to Edding. Lowry once more for 3. Back down to the other end come the Tigers. Brooks, a little move inside in the lane. Tipped and saved by Kickapoo. Taken away right there, Luther Sapanzik. Luther back down to the other end. Things get a little wild and woolly inside there, Coach. Jordan Jackson
rolls it around the rim and it pops out.
Now down to the other end come the Chiefs. Edding swings.
That ball's
And
going to be knocked out.
Tipped
Matt,
out of bounds.
While we've got a little delay in action here, we want to recognize our students working the broadcast tonight under the direction of the incomparable,
the illustrious,
the
illuminal Tim Wallace.
You know, Matt, we say this every time. Broadcast gets better and better. So you see Larry drive in, hit the basket, and he's going to be fouled. Broadcast they get better every night that we come up here. But we get the easy job, Matt. We come up, we just get to sit down, put the headsets on. They've been out here working since school got out, getting everything set up for the folks at home to be able to enjoy this broadcast. Matt, our student crew tonight, the interns working under Tim Wallace. We have Lily Peace, C.C. Lee, Tristan Metzger, and Avriel Cockman. Absolutely doing an outstanding job. They're going to be right back at it again Friday night for Lady Tiger basketball, and we'll be right back here on the air. And again, we can't say enough about the work that goes in to put these broadcasts on.
Absolutely. All right, Tigers off the turnover, quickly to the other end. Working on offense, Nico foul. Gives over to Jordan Jackson. Long swing to Sapanzik, who's going to put it up from the corner. Rattles around, won't fall. And it's going to be out of bounds. Coach, did you see a signal?
I didn't see a signal, but it looks like we're going to stay at this end.
Jackson backs out and drains the three.
Drains it, gets a dribble, gets enough time to hit a dribble and set things up. Coach Pill's going to call his final timeout here with 1:41 left in the game. Matt, let's just recap the crazy mania that we're under right here as far as what's going on. Let's start with tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, the girls' game against Hillcrest that was originally scheduled for Thursday night has been moved up to tomorrow night. That will be at Hillcrest. That game was moved up because of possible inclement weather that could be bearing down on the greater Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood Metroplex. Okay. Thursday night, the Tigers are in action. They're going to be traveling to Stoutland for a game against the Stoutland Tigers. Okay. Friday night, right back here, due to inclement weather earlier in the season, the Lady Tigers are going to be taking on the Lady Yellow Jackets right here Friday night. We'll be on the air with TTSN Sports Broadcast. Also Friday night, the Tigers will be making the trip to Hillcrest to be taking on the Hornets there.
Okay.
In addition to this weekend, I believe Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, multiple times, we have our 4 state qualifying Lady Tigers up at state wrestling. In addition to this, Skills USA district competition that was scheduled for Friday has been moved to Monday due to possible inclement weather that could be bearing down on the greater Lebanon area over the next couple days. Or, well, actually Thursday, Friday.
So it sounds like lots of stuff going on.
Lots of movement. And, folks, watch the weatherman to stay abreast of possible inclement weather. That's all I can say for that.
Well, I'm going to cross my fingers and hope everything just stays just rain.
Blocked there by Nico foul.
Kiesler puts up the 3 from the outside, no good, but grabbed and pushed right back off the glass by Andrew Robinson, number 4. Back down to the other end comes Tyreek Brooks for the Waynesville Tigers.
He's going to be fouled.
Going to get a whistle. That'll send Brooks to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity here. It's going to be on Kiesler, Landon Kiesler, number 10. It's going to be his 4th foul, 9th team foul, so it'll be the 1-and-1 down here, and the next foul will put the Tigers in the double bonus. Brooks up and good with the first. And hits the second as well. Sorry, Coach, we only got a little yawn in there.
Well, it's been a long 2 days of school here. We got 3 more we got to get done before the weekend rolls around.
Kiesler at the other end.
Assuming we're in for all 3 days due to the impossible inclement weather.
The impossible weather. I like that.
The possible inclement weather. As we're under a minute here.
Ball going to be out of bounds. Off of the Kickapoo Chiefs, so it should go to the Waynesville Tigers, and it will. Jackson inbound here for the Tigers. Kicks over to Brooks. Brooks brings it across half court here for the Waynesville Tigers. A little pressure back outside. Brooks slices into the lane.
He's going to be fouled.
Brooks going to go down hard right there.
Tyreek's a little slow to get up, but he's going to make it up.
There we go. Right back to the free throw line, he'll walk. Foul's going to be on Mason Robb, number 20, his first, 10th team foul. So Brooks is set at the line for 2 shots here.
First one's off the back of the rim.
Just a little long on that one.
Second one's up, and it falls.
Robb swings it over to Kiesler. Down into the corner, finds Noel. Looks like Kickapoo content to just work this one around here. And Robb's going to go up and over the front of the rim for 2.
Tigers. Tyreek Brooks pulls up to the 3. He drains it at the buzzer. That brings us to the end of the ball game, Matt. Kickapoo Chiefs roll in here tonight. Beat the Waynesville Tigers 78-57. Folks, reminder, we're back on the air for you Friday night here on the TTSN Sports Network for Lady Tiger basketball action. We'd love to see you down here at the gym, but if you can't make it down here, we hope you join us for Lady Tiger basketball action. Folks, first of all, last thing, we want to warn you, stay abreast of the weather. We want to keep everybody safe out there. For Matt Johnson, I'm Mike Rawlings, and we will see you all Friday night.